Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing my third update for my Pan Those Eyeshadow Palettes project. If you haven't seen previous updates, I will have the playlist linked down below so you can get caught up. But otherwise, we're just gonna go ahead and dive into it. I've got a lot of progress that I'm really happy with, so I'm excited to share it. Also, I had a little extra coffee today, so if I seem jittery or shaky, that's why. All right, so as you know, I am working through 3 palettes this year. I'm wanting to finish up my Lorac Pro 2 palette and my Lorac Pro Matte palette, and then I am working to hit pan on every shade in my ABH Soft Glam. So we're gonna get started on the progress in my Pro Matte palette. And I didn't say this before, again, this is a project that is a hybrid of Pan Those Eyeshadows and Pan That palette. I'll have the creators linked down below. I'm working on 5 shades a month. 1 from the Pro Matte, 2 from the Pro 2, and 2 from Soft Glam. I will go ahead and put up last month's quintet. And now we will get into the updates. So here is what my Pro Matte palette was looking like last month. And here is what it's looking like now. You can see a lot of progress in this palette and I'm so excited. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the shade that is in my quintet, which is Chocolate. So this one I used a total of 27 times and I just rolled it in last month. So I've only had 27 uses on it since the project began. I'm really surprised with how fast this progress is going. I felt like I shouldn't see this much progress in this product because I honestly have not been using large amounts of it. I mostly use it in my brows mixed with another color from my Pro 2 palette. And that's what I have in my brows today. I've been liking how that looks. So I think I'll keep going about it in that way. Yeah, I feel like I made some major progress in this one. As you saw in last month's photo, it was pretty much just the center of the pan that you could see. It wasn't a tiny pan, but it wasn't a big pan either necessarily. But now I've hit side pan and I'm pretty thrilled. Again, with just 27 uses and using it primarily in the brows, I feel like that's some pretty major movement to see. However, I will say I've noticed, especially with Chocolate and Jet Black, these shades are pretty crumbly. So when I put my brush in, I'm just using this little brush here. You can see how tiny, I hope you can see. I hope you can see how tiny that brush is. And my hands are probably really shaky, so maybe you can see. But it's a very small, very fine brush. And I've worked, again, pretty much exclusively with that one. I've dipped in twice with a fluffier brush to put that on the lid, but for the most part, it was all that brush and it just kicks up so much product and it kind of crumbles away. And again, it's with both of these shades, it tends to do that. So I feel like this is gonna go a lot faster than I anticipated, which I'm okay with because I don't really use a ton of brown in like dark browns like that in a look. So it's nice to know that that's not gonna take me the entirety of the year to get through. At this point, I'm expecting probably late May, early June, I'll get this one finished up. So let's talk about the other progress I have on this palette. With shades that aren't in my quintet, I don't have month-to-month usage. I just have a total overall usage from the palette. So in February, I emptied up Linen. And this last month, I was working pretty hard on Bare and Pink Mauve. And I did finish both of those shades up, which I am very excited about. Bare took me a total of 87 uses to get it finished up, which was a lot. And then Pink Mauve took me 48. I was using it as a blush. I really liked it. It was a very nice, dusty, but still pretty saturated pink tone. And it just looked really like, it was like a nice rose color. I really liked using that one, so I was pretty happy to be using it every day basically. So I did get that one finished up as well just a couple days ago. And then the only other shade in this palette that I touched this last month was Jet Black. And I have 46 uses on this total throughout the project. I worked on it a bit in January, and then in February I was working on Noir in my Soft Glam palette, so I put this on the back burner, but I just started using it again this last month, and I feel like that's some pretty surprising progress for a black. But yeah, so 46 uses on this Jet Black shade. I don't know how quickly that'll go. I'm using it with my liner to blend out my gel liner. I feel like the soonest I'm gonna be able to get it used up is probably like August or September. So it's gonna be a long haul kind of product. I'm just trying to get it used as much as I can. Even on days when I don't use my gel liner, sometimes I'll go in with it. But yeah, I feel like 46 uses is pretty decent. I feel like that's a nice sized pan. I am seeing some regular movement with it because again, it's pretty crumbly, so it's moving pretty fast. Yeah, I'm really happy with the progress on this palette. I don't know what my goals are gonna be for next month. I'm actually gonna go ahead and just like, with each of these palettes, I'm just gonna talk about the usage on them, and then at the end, after I've rolled my shades in, I'll discuss my goals for each palette at the end of the month. So now we are on to our Pro 2 palette. Here is what the palette was looking like last month. And here's what it's looking like this month. Again, some really big things have changed in this palette, and I'm very happy with my progress. I didn't do a ton of work on this side of the palette, as I haven't been in the past several months. Apologies for the storm going on. This is my only time to film this, and I'm trying to get it done before it was storming a lot this morning, and I'm trying to get it done before the storm comes back. This is my like one moment of daylight, so you're gonna probably be hearing thunder throughout, and I apologize for that, but I wanted to get this done, so we're gonna plug on through. So real fast, my two shades from this palette for the quintet are Cool Gray and Beige. And we'll go ahead and start with the glaring obvious one. I did finish Beige, finally. It's been 3 months in this project, and I was really hoping to have it done sooner than this, but that's okay. I got it used up, and I'm very thankful for that. So Beige I used 22 times last month for a total of 84 uses. I have my notes down here and over here, so if you see me looking back and forth, I'm trying to make sure I give you correct information. So yeah, so Beige, total of 84 times to get it used up. Really happy to have it finally gone. And yeah, I'm pretty thrilled with that one. So I will be rolling a shade in for that later on. And then Cool Gray, obviously, I didn't make a ton of progress in this. I'm pretty happy with the progress I made though. I was mixing this with chocolate to put in my brows, so I was using it pretty much every day. I did get 25 uses on it this last month for a total of 52 uses in the project. And you can probably see, I hope you can see, I did hit some side, like bottom pan there. I think I had hit side pan on it last month. Maybe not. No, I guess I didn't. I don't think I did hit side pan, but yeah, I hit some side pan down there, cleared out this little corner here. So I'm pretty happy with having only used it 25 times. I feel like I've expanded the pan a decent amount. Depending on what I roll in, I might be able to get some really good progress on this. I think I'd like to at least clear out this whole bottom portion and kind of like just have the very top portion left. I'm hopeful to get this out by the end of May. I don't think I can finish it up next month, which is a little disappointing to me, but that's okay. I do want to just get through it as quickly as I can though. I did finish up Light Brown. It took me a total of 65 uses to finish that one up. Again, I'm really excited about that one. Snow is very close to being done. I have a total of 87 uses on this. I think I have a day or two more on this. I'm using it pretty much as I can, just because I'm ready to have it gone. I'm really tired of this shade at this point. But I am trying to like layer it and stuff, make make it work with some other shades. So I'm happy with that progress. I really hope to have it done for this update, but it's all right. We'll have it done next month. From there, I only used 2 other shades in this palette. I did dip into Rosé a couple of times, so my total usage on this one is 26 uses. And then you can probably see I have some pretty significant progress on Chrome. And you would think that I've used it a ton, but this one is also very crumbly, and I only have used it 4 times. And I feel like that's some pretty significant movement. So if I keep using it at this rate, I feel like I might be able to get that done within like a couple of months. But yeah, so I've been putting this as actually what I have on my lid mixed with snow and cool gray. I've been using cool gray as a base, putting some snow on there, and then layering a little bit of chrome on top. The storm is picking up, so I'm gonna try to move faster, but you can see a lot of movement in chrome, which is pretty exciting. So yeah, I've only dipped into this one on this side of the palette right now. I have used Mocha in the past, but only 3 times, and I didn't use it at all last month. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this is moving along. I am a quarter of the way done with this palette, which is pretty exciting at the end of the quarter of the year. Granted, buff was already complete before I started this project, but with snow being almost done, I'm pretty excited about the fact that I'm moving along at a pretty steady rate. All right, it's getting darker, so let's move right along to our Soft Glam palette. So here is what Soft Glam was looking like last month. And here is what it looks like this month. You will see some very exciting progress. Not only have I been staying on my 2 pans a month roll, I added a 3rd pan this month. So I hit pan in Glistening and Sienna in January, Sultry and Noir in February, and this month I hit pan in Bronze, Orange Soda, and Burnt Orange. Bronze and Orange Soda were in my quintet, so we'll start with those 2. Bronze was the first one that I rolled in, and that one I used 15 times, and I hit pan on the 15th use. Normally, I like to go ahead and use it one more time during the project, but I went ahead and just said, that's a pretty decent sized pan. I had other shades I really wanted to be using, so I wanted to go ahead and move on. So I just used that one for the 15 times and said, good enough. With Orange Soda, I used this one 27 times in the month, so all but one day. There was one day I didn't wear makeup at all, so I didn't use it. But I used it every other day in the month, and I hit pan on the 24th use. So you can see that's actually probably the pan with the biggest hole, like pan size. And I'm really excited about that. That makes me really happy to see. I was really struggling with this shade at first, and I thought I wouldn't hit pan, but I just kept using it, and I actually found I'm wearing it in the crease today with the cool gray shade, which I didn't think they were gonna go well together, and it turns out this is actually like my favorite look that I've done all month. I'm really happy with this look. I feel like it works really well with my brown eyes, and I'm kind of sad I didn't try it earlier in the month. Yeah, I'm really happy that I hit pan on Orange Soda. I'm halfway through this, and I've only been working on it for 3 months. It just is crazy to me. So yeah, that's really exciting. I will be rolling in 2 more shades this month. So let's talk about the other shades that I have used. I used Burnt Orange, obviously, a lot. I used this a total of 20 times, and I did hit pan on the 19th use. I decided to go ahead and work on some other shades rather than keep using it since I had hit pan on it. But I was using it a lot in conjunction with Orange Soda. Now, I had used it a couple of times before, so while I do have 20 uses on it, I think I had used it like 6 times before this last month. So really, I only used it 14 times last month, I think. But yeah, it was 19 total uses in the project when I hit pan on it, and then I just expanded it a little bit and then moved on to some other shades. I'll quickly go through the other shades that I did use this month. After I finished up Bare, I did start using Tempera a couple days ago, so I only have 2 uses on that, but I'm hoping maybe I can hit pan on that soon. So from there, the next shade I used was Fairy. I've used that a total of 7 times throughout the project. I've only used it, I think I only used it like 2 or 3 times this last month, so not a ton. I do have that as the inner corner today. I'm not sure that I love it as an inner corner. I wanted to give it a shot, but I feel like it might be a little too bright for me. Then from there, I used Rustic an additional 2 times, I think, for a total of 6 uses in the project, and that's it. I haven't used any of the other shades. I will get to a couple of them this next month, but yeah, halfway, guys. If I keep on this path, I might have this done halfway through the year, which would be pretty crazy, but really exciting. So those are the updates for my palettes. We'll go ahead and get to the roll-in and figure out what our new quintet will look like, and then we'll discuss what my goals will be for this next month. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've swatched Chocolate from the Pro Matte palette and Cool Gray from Pro 2, just because those two are staying in. So now we will go ahead and pick the next shade from the Pro 2 palette. Just as a reminder, I won't be rolling in the black shade because I'm just gonna go ahead and work on jet black. Though it's not technically part of the quintet, I've decided that I don't wanna roll in like the cream or black shades just because I'd rather focus in on one at a time. So I'm gonna just work on jet black and ignore this black shade for now. But every other shade is up for grabs, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna roll one in. I've got numbers 4 through 13 as my Pro Matte or my Pro 2 palette. That's what they are on my spreadsheet. So here we go. We'll go ahead and generate one. Number 6. I'm a little nervous that this is snow. Oh, it's not. Oh boy. Oh, actually, I'm pretty excited about this one. All right, so number 6 is the shade Charcoal, which is right there. I'm actually very excited about this one. I was a little nervous when I first saw it, but I have, with Cool Gray, I feel like those are actually gonna work really well as like an all matte kind of look, a little like smokier kind of look, and it'll even pair well with Chrome. And even silver. Like I can do like some really neat, cool smoky eyes with those colors, and I'm kind of excited about it. So here is what the swatch looks like. It is deeper, but you can blend it out pretty well and get a lighter tone. Again, I think that's gonna be pretty neat to put those two together. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of a grungy look for April, which is a little bit strange, but I'm pretty excited about it. As you probably saw, it's got a smaller dip in it, or a smaller pan in it. These few shades here, I was really working hard to get pan in all of these shades before the end of last year, and so their pans are pretty kind of like pinpricks, but I'm looking forward to that. I don't know how quickly I'll go through it. I feel like it is a crumblier of the formulas, so it might move on the faster side. Now let's pick from the Soft Glam palette. Real fast, just to let you know, again, I'm not picking Tempera because I'm just gonna be using that anyway, so no reason to pull it into the project. And then if I roll Cypress Umber, because I have chocolate, I won't use it, so I'll re-roll. I am gonna leave it in there for randomization's sake. Plus there's not very many shades left, so I just wanna give them all equal opportunity, I guess. So I have numbers 14 through 19 left, and we will go ahead and roll for both shades. 14 and 15. Okay, so those are Rose Pink and Mulberry. So as you can see, I don't have much progress on either one of those. I haven't dipped into either one since I started this project. I'm okay with this. I think it'll be good to use with some of the shades in my Pro Matte or Pro 2 palette. And it makes me happy to know that I'm gonna get Mulberry used sooner rather than later, because I do have the burgundy shade in my Pro Matte palette. So yeah, let's swatch these and see what they look like with the rest of the quintet. Now, something to note real fast. You can kind of see that there's some product missing towards this side of Rose Pink. I forgot to mention before I swatched it. I did take this traveling back in early 2020, I guess, and some of it did break off. So I lost a little bit of it. I did not use that up. This is a much crumblier formula. I have a feeling I'll be able to hit pan pretty quickly in it because of that. But even swatching it, it was moving around a lot. So hopefully I don't lose any more product, but just something to note with that one. But here is what it all looks like together. Sorry, it's not the best swatching, but it's another one of those where I feel like this could make some really cool looks, but I think I'm not going to be able to use every single shade together. So I think I can use these shades together without the charcoal, or I can use charcoal with these shades, but I don't know. I feel like this just tonally throws the rest of it off a little bit. But I think it'll be really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing what I can create with this palette. It's nice to get some pinks in there because I have been getting a little tired of all the browns, since that's what I've been using for the most part over the past few months. And I feel like I can hit pan on both of those shades rather quickly. And it's nice to have a different looking quintet, and not just like the same all the time. So with all of that together, let's go ahead and talk about what I think I can accomplish this next month. We'll start with the ABH just because we're already there. So I do think I can continue with my trend of hitting 2 pans a month and pan rose pink and mulberry, just knowing how quickly you can get through these pans. I might be able to hit pan and tempera, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do exactly when I do hit pan in it. I don't really want to keep using it and like use it up because I like having the shade in here to use with the rest of the palette. But yeah, I might dip into Dusty Rose a decent amount. We'll see. Maybe I can get some good use on that one for next time. And yeah, we'll see where I can get with the rest of it. But of course, my main focus is going to be rose pink and mulberry in here. Then for the Pro 2 palette, let's see, I think that I will probably continue to use chrome a decent amount with cool gray, and with charcoal now. I might try to get some use on silver just to get the pan expanded. It's so small in there, you can hardly even tell. But I think I'll be able to get, yeah, I want to get half of cool gray gone, just make it so that it's exactly halfway there. I want to make the pan in charcoal much larger. I don't think I'll be able to hit side pan, but I just want to get it much bigger. And I think I might like to try and get chrome, like that top portion of chrome emptied out, hit side pan up there, maybe just like empty that top portion. I might try to get some use on rosé as well with mulberry and rose pink. I think that might work well together. I'll just see how that looks. It might not be necessary with rose pink. They're not super similar, but it might layer well over it. So we'll see. I might get some use on that one. If I can use that regularly, I'd like to hit side pan down in the corner. And then yeah, I think I'd just like to expand in silver a little bit. And then the rest of the palette, I'll just kind of let it be. I might try to dip into plum a couple of times. But otherwise, I think I want to kind of just stick to the main cool gray, charcoal, and chrome goals. And then in my Pro Matte palette, I want to keep using chocolate and jet black, of course. I think I'd like to expand down here and maybe try to hit side pan down here and clear out this little corner. And then jet black, I just want to see continual progress. And then I might try to dip into latte a bit this next month as like a transition shade. See if I can't get some good use on that, maybe hit some side pan somewhere. I feel like this will work really well with this whole quintet. Just give it a nice transition, easy shade to get used up. So yeah, I think I'd like to try to get some good use on that one this next month. So I think that's everything for this update. I'm really excited to see what I can accomplish this next month. I feel like I've been doing really well for just 3 months into this project. So I'm super excited, especially by my progress in the Soft Glam palette. So hopefully I can continue my 2 pans a month minimum and see some good progress in tempera, and then yeah, just see some really good growth in these pans for the rest of the shades. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all your support. A quick thank you, especially, I meant to say this in my last video and I forgot somehow, but so many people have been subscribing and I've been so like, I really appreciate all your support and all your comments with great suggestions. So I just wanted to thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you all engaging with me here, and I'm having so much fun with this project. I will have photos of my looks from last month and the updates for my palettes. I forgot to put that in my last one, but I will make sure to put that in this one. I will make sure to put all the updates from the previous months in slides at the end of the video, along with all my looks. So if you'd like to see those, keep on watching. If you liked this video, feel free to give it a like. If you want to follow along, you're welcome to subscribe. But yeah, I thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Thank you.